What's up, y'all? This is Propel Hitting, and welcome to Drill of the Week. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and Hitting Drill of the Week. Really excited about this one. This one's gonna be a great reminder, but also a drill. Okay. So what we're gonna try and do is so our back leg is really important. How we move is really important, right? If you followed along with the channel, like we talk about this all the time, right? And controlling the center of our body, controlling how we move, and not falling, not saying all those things, right? But it's really, really important, right? We don't really find a whole lot of things to, check where our leg is, our foot is, our center of our body is right before and during the swing, okay? So why does that matter? It matters because, a lot of guys will have preset things that they do before, right? To remind them, hey, I'm gonna stay here, right? Or so I can do this, or I can do X, or whatever it is, right? All of those things are good, but we really, besides film, right, we don't have a good way to check where our heel is, or where our back leg is, or where our hip lines are as we move forward, right? We can look and see that on film, but we need things that kind of remind us right before, hey, do this is what we're trying to do, and then go, okay? So this drill is going to help you. That'll be a reminder for you, right? And there's a really cool thing that Justin Turner does, right? It's similar, right? But he does this in the games before every at bat, right? Before every pitch, he tells him this and reminds himself of this, right? So get your stuff. Gonna have a quick break, then let's go, baby. Okay, before we get started, I want to hit on a cue that I want you to use as the lens of the glasses and the filter for the ears of how you're going to hear everything that we say, okay? So think about this cue, right? As I start, as I move, as I finish as a rotational mover, right? My hips, okay? My hips, right, are going to have, it's like they have lines into the ground, okay? Strings, pulls, anything, right? Just like squeezing and like holding that, right? So I stay in the center. I don't get here. I don't get too far this way, right? Because as soon as my butt goes too far, right, now I've lost my everything, my eyes, my path, my everything, right? As soon as I get there or I get here, right, everything just gets messed with, right? So it's almost like there's two poles or PVC pipes or bats, right? Like right here, they're holding, right? And as I move, I want that to stay on the ground and stay connected with it, okay? So like that's what this drill is helping, and it's also a reminder right before we go to help you there, right? So all we're gonna do in this drill, right, is you're gonna get in your normal stance, okay? Then right before you start, you're gonna lift that heel off the ground, okay, then come back and swing. So the reason the heel goes up is that can tell us a lot of things, but two things primarily. It kind of tells us where our weight is, right? So if it's in our heel, it's going to shift, right? Which is okay, right? Because I think being in the heel or more in the heel is a good thing, right? Because if I'm too much on the front part of my foot, I push or I lean, right? So if it's in the heel, right, it'll go straight up with the leg. If it's in the toe, right, I'll drift out and I'll lose my heel going this way, right? So I want to check that. I want to check where I am, but then I also want to check and make sure that this bar, this string, this line is held, right? So as I get up, as that heel comes up just a little bit, right, I want to hold it there. I want to hold that position. I want to hold the ball and socket part of my hip. I want to hold it right there, okay? So I want to hold it there and feel it come down. As I feel it come down, I kind of relax, and then I just take my normal swing from there, okay? So that's really what we're trying to do, is make sure that we hold those lines, right? And then we get a reminder right before we go to do that, right? Because we don't want a bunch of space or gap in between, hey, we're trying to do this and swing. So this is really good because it happens right away, okay? So I'm going to start right here and show you. Then I'm going to move you around a couple different places so you can kind of see the different angles and stuff, okay? So here we go. So again, real easy, real basic, okay? Starting right here, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna find it right here for myself, right? Then I'm gonna go heel up, okay? Heel up. It's almost like I'm pushing the shin up. See that? Right, heel up, push the shin up a little bit, okay? Then it's gonna come down, right? So I'm gonna reset, So push the shin up a little bit. All right, come down. Take a swing. Okay, one more time, then I'll give you a different angle. Okay, so heel up, shin, move the shin up, just like an elevator. Okay, so we're going up, down, go. Okay, so I'm gonna jump over here. Let me grab it so you can see different angles. Ready? Okay, again, watch the heel, right? And I want to hold those movements, right? I don't want to be big. I don't want to be pushing forward. Okay, I want to come up, then come down, then go. All right, so let's check this angle. Okay, so we're going up, down, go. Okay, same thing. Okay, up, down, go. Okay, so here's another angle, right? We're gonna make sure that it goes up, down, and I control it with my hip, right, instead of my foot doing too much, right? Okay, so I'm gonna control it. I'm gonna get in that spot I want to be in to start with my poles and my string. Okay, I'm gonna go up, down, go. All right, let's go. So we're gonna go up, down, go. Okay, and so realize too, right, how that enables us to just stay straight to the ball. Straight to the ball. Okay, one last time. Okay. So we're gonna go up. Okay, I'm gonna reset it. See it? It's off. Start in the heel, raise it up, down, go. Okay, now so you've seen a bunch of different angles, gave you a cue, gave you a couple different things to look at, work on, right? Let's see how Justin Turner does this pre-game and during the game, right? To remind him the same kind of things that we're talking about right here, right? So we're gonna look at it right here, right there. There we go. Okay, so see, he does it during the game, right? As part of his pre-pitch to tell him, right? Whatever it's telling him, right? But I think what it's telling him is, hey, make sure your pelvis is underneath, make sure your hips are connected to the ground and they're staying there as you move forward, right? So like that's a really good example of how you can see how he's implementing it, right? So we just want to make sure that our hips, like the curve of our hips and the curve of our butt, right? Like those things stay underneath of us, right? Because think about our spine, it's got a natural curve to it, right? So we want to make sure that we stay with that curve and we work to the ball, right? Because the big thing about that is like we want to make sure that we're not being here and then during our move we're going this way or we're going this way or we're shifting, right? Shifting on our toes and leaning, right? All of those things are changing, right? Like our bat angle, our approach, like all those different things, right? And so we just want to make sure that this thing is as simple as possible and as unmanipulated as possible, right? So we don't want it to start here, get to launch position, right? But then in launch position, it goes and changes, right? Our brain can't work that quickly because we're already seeing 95 as it is, right? So it can't work that quickly, right? To adjust it to where the new launch position is, right? It's got to be simple and clean and consistent so the brain knows where it is and it can go from there, right? So that's the premise of what we're trying to do. That's the why behind what we're trying to do. So now you practically work on it, step out, do all those things and progress with it, right? If you need some more progressions with that, hit me up. I'll give you some more stuff, right? Okay, but that's what we're trying to do. So if you like that, you appreciate that, what we appreciate in return is a subscription, a like, a comment, share it with your buddies, share it with your team, share it with whoever. You got a hitting group, share it in there, man. Y'all talk it up, chop it up. Let us know what you got back, right? So let us know in the comments what other kinds of drills and videos you'd like to see. And then right after you get done with that, hit that subscribe, because I love seeing you on there. I love seeing the comments. I love seeing the likes, because that just continues to fuel us. So hit it so I can keep seeing you.